Intro music fades in and out, dynamic, slightly mysterious but empowering host, looking directly at the camera with a firm, knowing gaze, a subtle, confident smile playing on their lips. Let's be brutally honest. Have you ever been blindsided, felt that icy grip of disappointment, that gut punch to your soul, when someone you held dear, someone you trusted, ripped off their mask to reveal a stranger underneath? Yet we've all been there, in a world teeming with fleeting connections, polished digital facades, and an endless parade of curated best lives. It's incredibly easy to get caught slipping, to hand over your trust like candy to a stranger. But what if I told you that you don't have to live in a constant state of anxiety, playing detective with every new face that crosses your path? What if there was an ancient, battle-tested blueprint for unshakable emotional control, a bedrock of Stoic wisdom that could transform your mindset from naive vulnerability to an impenetrable mental fortress? This isn't about becoming a bitter cynic, withdrawing from the world into a cave and trusting no one. It's about mastering the ultimate game, the mental game of relationships. This journey is about developing the profound mental discipline to discern, to see beyond the smoke and mirrors, and to fortify a powerful purpose of life that remains unwavering, no matter the actions or betrayals of others. We're diving deep today, pulling back the curtain on human nature's shadier side. Not to make you jaded or resentful, but to make you smarter, stronger, and unshakably resilient. We're going to arm you with the timeless principles of Stoicism to protect your peace, your precious energy, and your very virtue from the wolves in sheep's clothing. Think about it for a moment. How much mental real estate do you currently surrender to worrying about what others think, or worse, to the lingering sting of past betrayals? It's a heavy tax on your spirit, isn't it? We're going to show you exactly how to reclaim that territory, how to move through life with unwavering action and a crystal clear sense of your own destiny, unburdened by the false pretenses and manipulative games of others. This is about your personal development reaching new heights, about building an inner world so robust that external chaos can't penetrate it. If you're ready to stop being a pawn in other people's narratives and start living life on your own terms, with unshakable integrity as your shield, then hit that like button right now. Don't be shy. Share your initial thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever faced a real snake in the grass that woke you up? And seriously, subscribe and ring that notification bell, because this journey of self-discovery and inner strengthening is just getting started. Let's dig in. Alright, let's talk brass tacks. That sting of betrayal, the gut punch when a trusted face reveals a mask. It's a call not to cynicism, but to intelligent awareness. People wear facades, often from fear, insecurity, or a twisted sense of self-preservation. Blind trust. It's a mental tax, draining your precious energy. This is precisely where Stoicism offers a lifeline, teaching profound emotional control. Epictetus, the sharp Roman philosopher and former slave, taught, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Their performance isn't your problem, your internal processing of it is. This discerning eye, this intelligent distrust, is crucial for your personal development, protecting your inner citadel. So, how do you develop this radar? Through relentless mental discipline. Stoics like Seneca, that brilliant playwright and statesman, weren't about withdrawing from the world, but engaging with it mindfully. He advised observing consistent action, not just slick words. Anyone can talk a good game, right? But character, true virtue, is forged in consistent behavior. Does their walk match their talk? This isn't about judgment in a condemning sense, but clear-eyed observation to differentiate external projections from internal realities. This Stoic wisdom saves you from wasting time and energy on those undeserving. It's about protecting your peace by seeing things as they truly are, without attachment to illusion. This intelligent distrust isn't about being a lone wolf. It's about safeguarding your true purpose. Your purpose of life is too precious to be derailed by others' manipulative games. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor who governed an empire, often reflected on the futility of judging others in our lives. Instead, he championed focusing on your own integrity, your internal state, which is entirely within your sphere of influence. When you truly grasp that you can't control external perceptions, only your response, you unlock incredible power. You reclaim your agency, fortifying your inner sanctuary. This mindset cultivates profound inner strength. Are you enjoying this message? Leave a like and comment where you're watching this message from. Now, let's continue with this message. With this fortified inner core, your resilience skyrockets. Betrayals still sting, sure, but they don't break you. They become data points, lessons learned. You understand much of life, including others' choices, is part of your destiny, not as preordained fate, but as the external circumstances you must navigate with wisdom. What's truly up to you is how you meet these challenges. Seneca urged us not to fear change or adversity, but to see them as opportunities for growth. Every mask unmasked, every disappointment faced head-on, sharpens your character, making you stronger, wiser. This isn't just surviving, it's thriving with unwavering integrity. So, where do we go from here? Intelligent distrust isn't about closing off your heart, but opening your eyes to authentic connections. It transforms your action from reactive flailing into purposeful, deliberate movement towards your highest good. You're not just avoiding pitfalls. You're actively sculpting a life of profound meaning and integrity, unburdened by false pretenses. But here's the kicker. Once you've mastered seeing through the masks of others, what's the next? Even deeper truth you need to uncover within yourself to truly master the mental game of relationships and become an unshakable force. Get ready, because that's where we're heading next. You've sharpened your gaze, seen through the smoke and mirrors others project. But here's the real gut punch. The most cunning deceiver often resides within. We wear masks not just for the world, but for ourselves, shielding inconvenient truths, clinging to comfortable narratives. This isn't malice. It's a deep fear of confronting our own shadows. Sabedoria Stoica insists true power begins with radical self-honesty. Marcus Aurelius constantly stripped away layers of self-deception to see things as they truly are, starting within. Without this inner clarity, external victories are fleeting. It's easy to point fingers, harder to turn that scrutinizing lens inward. Our ego is a master of spin, convincing us of our righteousness, our blamelessness. This internal battle demands immense discipline and mental. Epictetus hammered home the necessity of knowing what is within our control. For our internal state and character are our true destiny. The greatest illusion is thinking we know ourselves fully without deep, rigorous introspection. We cling to old stories, ignoring cues for change. This isn't just introspection. It's about tearing down your own comfortable self-myth. When you finally face those internal truths, your genuine fears, hidden motives, unfulfilled potential, you clear the path for your true proposition. This isn't abstract. It's about aligning your daily ACA with your deepest values, cultivating virtue in every choice. Seneca argued that living authentically, in harmony with reason, is the only path to true tranquility. It's about discovering your propósito de vida not as a destination but as a guiding star shaping your character. This profound alignment is where unshakable inner peace takes root. Você está gostando desta mensagem? Deixe like e comente de onde você está assistindo esta mensagem. Agora vamos continuar com esta mensagem. This self-discovery isn't always comfortable, but it's the crucible for genuine desenvolvimento. It doesn't mean finding a flawless self, but an authentic one. You learn to acknowledge imperfections with control, emotional, not self-condemnation. Marcus Aurelius taught that while striving for virtue, be kind to yourself, viewing setbacks as opportunities for refinement. Sabedoria Stoica equips you to navigate your internal landscape with honesty and grace, transforming vulnerabilities into strength. This constant self-correction is the hallmark of a true master. When you truly know yourself, stripping away self-imposed masks, you gain an unshakable internal foundation. Your asamba is allant, purposeful, emanating from genuine strength, not insecurity. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about becoming an authentic magnet in relationships, attracting those who resonate with your true self. You've mastered seeing others, conquered your inner self. But what happens when this fortified internal fortress meets the chaotic external world? How do you maintain profound authenticity and resiliency against external judgments, criticisms, and the relentless pressure to conform? That's the ultimate test we'll tackle next. You've built your inner fortress, but the world throws stones, judgments, criticism, pressure to conform. These are the ultimate tests. This is where Stoicism offers a bulletproof shield. The dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught, some things are up to us, some are not. Others' opinions, not your call, your response, inner state, thoughts, entirely yours. Mastering this is the bedrock of control, emotional and discipline and mental, stopping you from giving your power away. Epictetus, a former slave, found profound freedom by abandoning external validation. Your reputation, how others perceive you, these are externals, beyond your command. Tying your self-worth to them invites anxiety. Instead, anchor your being in your internal propósito and unwavering virtue. Direct energy where it counts. Your character, choices, moral compass. This makes you unshakable, a master of your domain, regardless of external noise. This internal focus is your superpower. The pressure to conform is an insidious poison. Society whispers, be like them, pushing unauthentic values. But a true Stoic, guided by Sabedoria, a Stoica, marches to their own drum, the rhythm of reason and virtue. Marcus Aurelius acted according to his rational nature, not courtly whims. Your ACA must stem from your core principles, your authentic self, not a desire to please. Anything less betrays your inner peace. This is walking your talk, living your truth, period. This fortified mindset builds profound resilience. Criticism bounces off. Setbacks become opportunities. Seneca taught, difficulties aren't misfortunes, but exercises for the spirit. The forge, strengthening your character, shaping your desenvolvimento pessoal. This isn't passive endurance, it's active engagement. Use every challenge to deepen your internal power. Reaffirm your propósito de vida. Stop asking why me, start asking what can this teach me? Transforming obstacles into stepping stones. This is the mark of a true master. The ultimate freedom isn't controlling everything, but mastering your inner world. External chaos loses its grip. It's understanding your place in existence, accepting your destino as a framework, exerting will over what is yours. This profound authenticity isn't a destination, it's a relentless sharpening of self. But what happens when your chosen path feels like a struggle? When Proposito gets obscured by the daily grind? How do you fuel that inner fire and maintain unshakable ACA when the going gets tough? When grit is all you have left? The grind is real, no doubt. We all face moments where our Proposito feels buried under daily demands, where the spark of ACA But here's the kicker. Straight from the Stoic playbook, the struggle itself isn't the problem. It's how you perceive and respond to it. Epictetus, that former slave who became a sage, nailed it. Some things are in our control and others are not. Your emotional reaction to the struggle, that's firmly in your domain. This is ground zero for control. You can't always control the storm, but you can absolutely steer your ship. The external world will always throw your internal fortress built on a stoicismo as your only sanctuary. This isn't about ignoring hardship, it's about discerning what truly belongs to you. So, how do you rediscover that buried Proposito de Vida? It's not about finding a new job or a grand external mission, not primarily. For the Stoics, virtue is your purpose, living in accordance with reason, courage, justice, and temperance. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule an empire to feel important. He saw his role as a duty, an opportunity to practice virtue daily. Every morning, he reminded himself to meet the day's challenges with a rational mind, not a reactive one. This relentless commitment to inner excellence, this constante desenvolvimento pessoal becomes your fuel. When you anchor your purpose in virtue, the daily grind transforms from a burden into a training ground. Each challenge a chance to flex your moral muscles. To sustain this fire, you need serious discipline and mental. Seneca, despite facing exile and political turmoil, taught us to premeditate evils, not to dwell on negativity, but to mentally prepare for setbacks. Imagine the worst, not to manifest it, but to strip its power when it inevitably arrives. This builds formidable resiliencia, making you less fragile when life hits hard. It's also about amor fati, loving your fate, not in a passive sense, but actively embracing whatever comes your way as part of your destiny. This isn't surrender, it's fierce acceptance, turning obstacles into growth. Here true sabiduria stoica shines, transforming poison into medicine. But wisdom isn't passive, it demands ação. Knowing your Proposito and having discipline and mental isn't enough if you're stuck in neutral. The Stoics weren't armchair philosophers, they were doers. Marcus Aurelius was emperor, Seneca an advisor. They knew external circumstances are often out of your hands, but your will to act, your internal drive, is always yours. This is your personal power, your agency, your locus of control. When you choose to act in alignment with your virtue, even when it's tough, you reclaim power. Every deliberate step, every mindful choice, fuels that inner fire. It's about showing up, rain or shine. Você está gostando desta mensagem? Deixe like e comente de onde você está assistindo esta mensagem. Agora vamos continuar com esta mensagem. This journey isn't a one and done. It's a relentless sharpening of your inner blade. By consistently practicing control, anchoring yourself in Proposito de Vida driven by virtue, and committing to relentless ACA, you forge an unshakable inner fortress. This continuous desenvolvimento pessoal, guided by sabedoria stoica, makes you impervious to external turbulence. Your core remains untouched. You become truly sovereign of your soul. This profound inner strength, this unflinching adherence to your principles, truly sets you apart. But how do you prevent this powerful philosophy from becoming just an abstract concept, rather than a living, breathing guide for your daily grind? The answer, my friend, lies in disciplined, daily ACA. This isn't a philosophy to be merely admired. It's a battle plan for daily execution. To prevent stoicismo from becoming abstract, integrate its tenets into your being through consistent routines. Think of it as forging emotional armor, piece by piece. Epictetus, a former slave, wasn't just theorizing proherasis, our faculty of choice. He showed true freedom and control emotional aren't external, but cultivated within, through rigorous disciplina mental. It's about taking charge of your internal world, despite external chaos. One cornerstone of this fortification is the nightly review. Before bed, replay your day, not with judgment, but an inquisitive mind. Where did you react impulsively? Align with your virtue, fall short. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, meticulously examined his day, critiquing words and deeds. I hold myself accountable, he wrote. This isn't it's honest self-assessment, a powerful tool for a continuous desenvolvimento pessoal. It's how you learn from missteps and sharpen your resolve. But what about those in your life who seem to wear a different face with every breeze, leaving you bewildered and frustrated? Ah, the eternal dance with human inconsistency. Here, sabedoria stoica guides you to develop a keen eye, not for cynicism but for clarity. The masked diary, a mental registry, helps you observe and note patterns in others' behaviors. You're not judging their moral fiber. but recognizing what's not in your control, thereby protecting your peace. Then, anticipated emotional distance. Marcus Aurelius began his day reminding himself he'd encounter difficult people. This wasn't pessimism. It was proactive resilientia, preparing his mind not to be perturbed. Their actions are their responsibility. Your reaction is yours. These aren't just quaint routines. My friend, they are the bedrock of your proposito de vida. Each nightly review, each observation of a mask, each moment of anticipated distance isn't just about managing emotions, it's about sculpting your character. This is the tangible ação required for true desenvolvimento pessoal. For building unshakable resiliency against life's tides, they transform theoretical estoicismo into lived reality, ensuring your internal landscape remains strong, regardless of external The goal isn't to avoid storms, but to become an unshakable lighthouse. Are you truly ready to look inwards, face the raw truth of your reactions and others' manipulations, and choose a different path? Embrace these practices, the crucible where inner strength is forged. They build ironclad control, emotional and unwavering discipline and mental, preparing you not to shrink from challenges, but to meet them head. True sabiduria stoica doesn't teach hiding from the world, but engaging with it from a position of power, grounded in your virtue. This isn't about becoming a recluse, it's about becoming an unstoppable force, a master of your internal game. But what happens when the external world throws a massive curveball, testing your core, pushing your resiliency to its limits? How do you maintain this inner fortress when everything crumbles and your very proposito is questioned? Alright, so when life truly throws the kitchen sink at you, testing your resilience and questioning your very purpose, what then? Here's the deal. Straight talk. Your unshakable fortress isn't built around the storm. It's forged within you. That's the ultimate stoic play, period. You don't control destiny, but you absolutely own your action and reaction. That's your non-negotiable virtue, your true power move. When the chips are down, your ironclad mental discipline and unshakable emotional control become your anchor, your bedrock. It's not about dodging the punch. It's about taking it squarely on the chin and still standing tall. Got it? So, when your world truly crumbles, what's the first thing you'll lean on? External chaos or internal strength? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this hits you where it counts, smash that like button. Share it with someone who needs this mindset shift, and subscribe to keep sharpening your edge and to really master bouncing back. Check out this recommended video next. It's a game changer when you feel completely defeated. Click here.